Hey guys, Matt here. I'm back with some fishing tips. Okay, so the first tip is you always have to have tackle. If you don't have tackle, you can't fish. Here's my tackle box. I have this little clip right here that I can attach. So then I have a little line cutter right here, snip snip. And I have this is how you clean the paint out of your eyelet. So yeah, I always gotta keep that on. Okay, so yeah, I got some weights here, bullet weights actually, so those are pretty nice to have. I have loads of bobbers, like so many. I barely ever use bobbers, but like, you know what I mean. They're nice to have every once in a while that you use them. Okay, so I have a crankbait right here. Okay, I don't think this one has. Yeah, this one doesn't have a rattle. That's pretty nice. It goes pretty deep. So yeah. Yeah, so that one's nice. Okay, my crocodile here. This is, it's pretty nice. My dad gave me this. It's red and silver. Haven't caught any on it yet. Okay, I have a yellow jig right here. I've been using quite a bit. I have some twister tails that I throw on it, so yeah, that's pretty good. Okay, right here I have a small little jig on, and then we've cut up some jigs, well, twister tails that can go on these because the fish that I've been fishing at over at my local park that has a pond, it has trout in it, but they can't get their mouths over this, so that's why I have these, and that's also the reason why I have one on my pole right now. So yep, and then I have backup crankbait little hooks. So yeah, I got some loads and loads and loads of weights. And then here are these things. So you tie your line around this, and then you can like have like say this on here, so then it can spin, and it won't like spin up your line, because that would be annoying to have to unspin. So that's what's good about this, and you can tie line on both lines and then have something down here like that. So that's pretty cool. Oh, and I just noticed this actually. This here, its hooks have been totally demolished. So I'll have to throw some new ones on that. Okay, here I have some just plain old hooks that you can pretty much do anything with. And then here, this is basically the exact same thing as this, but it has two of these things. So yeah, that's nice. Yeah, that's pretty much it for the top of my tackle box. I bet I don't really have anything. Yeah, I just cleaned it out today, so I don't really have anything in the bottom of my tackle box, but that's fine. Oh, one more thing. So these right here are little clips. So you squeeze this and it pops down. Now it's like that. So you have your line right here, and you hook whatever hook you're using onto it like this. Okay? And then you hold your jig and pinch. And then, whoop, and there you go. So that's nice if you frequent changer of your stuff. I have this is like a weighted jig almost. I'm not sure what the name of this is, but yeah, it's like this. It's nice. I've never used it. And then here is a pretty big red hook. I think this might be my favorite out of my collection. It's probably going up against the crocodile because, like, who doesn't like crocodiles? So yeah, I've never used this either. So yeah, I'll have to use it sometime. So that's my whole entire tackle tour. I guess that's what we'll call them, tackle tour. So this is how I close it, and then I get my pretty much keychain almost, and snap it right on, and there you go. Okay, there was tip number 1. Now let's get on to tip number 2. So right here we have a little case full of the stuff that I most frequently use. So in this puppy I guess I'll start off with this. This is a crystallized jig, and I have a little plastic on the back. I've never used this one actually, I just threw the plastics on today. So every plastic you see on the lure or anything, I put on today. So yeah. Here I have a top water. This one does rattle. This is pretty nice. I've used this quite often. Got some bites on it, but I sadly haven't been able to get through with the fish on this. Okay. Here I have, so these are both flicker shads. Here I have another one. So, yeah, that's nice. Basically the same thing as this, but yeah. I think this one's top water too. Oh. I have another one of those hooks that I had in there. I don't know why I have that in there. Okay, so this one is a glitter bomb. Well, I guess that's what I'll call it. I don't know the specific name for this, but it's basically a jig, but with glitter all over it. So I've used this one too. This one's got a couple fish on that actually. So this is a weedless jig. If you're like fishing in weeds, you will be able to, like, it won't get stuck because of this little wire. It pushes the weeds up and over your hook, so then your hook's not hooking onto any weeds. That's always really nice. And then I have a worm right here with a little red hook on it. Haven't used that yet. Okay, and here I have the small little jig I was telling you about, and it has the cut off gulp thing, plastic. Yeah, so it would be sitting in the water, and I was able to see the fish coming, and it just swam away like that. But then out of nowhere, the fish came and just wham, ate it right up, and I caught that fish, first solo fish without my dad. So yeah. Oh, and by the way, shout out to my dad, All Eyes on Fishing. Go look it up, it's a fishing podcast. So yeah, that's basically it for this. Now I always have to have scissors on me because, yeah. So let's go on to tip number 3. Okay, so tip number 3 is so some fish, they might not go for these big eyes. So sometimes you're gonna have to go a little DIY and snip it, so then it's shorter and the fish can actually get it in its mouth. So don't be afraid to use some of your plastics or whatever so you can catch more fish, because when you're using these big ones and you're trying to get like bluegill or something, they won't be able to bite down on that. So you want to get something smaller that a bluegill can actually eat, so then you can catch more fish. So yeah, that's pretty good. It also depends on which type you're using. These are twister tails, and I use these a lot. I haven't cut a twister tail and thrown it on that puppy yet, but I guess I'll have to do it sometime soon. Okay, so the next tip number 4, is you always have to have like a drink or something, because if you're fishing out there and you need some drink, you're not going to go down into the lake and just start drinking lake water. And then if you're thirsty, you're not going to have any fun, because you're focusing on thirst more than the fish. So you never want that to happen. So always bring a drink. Never know. Okay, tip number 5. Okay, so tip number 5 is you aren't going to be carrying around your drink and your fishing pole and all of your stuff like this and go to the lake. No. Nobody wants to do that. That's boring and waste your time. So don't do that. So another way that you can get past that, bring like a bag or something. Here I have a backpack. This is what I use when I go fishing. I throw all my stuff in here, and then I ride my bike to the little pond. I hold my fishing pole like this and ride. So yep, that's always nice. And yeah, so let's move on to tip number 6. Tip number 6. So tip number 6 is when using like a jig or something, so you see how it's, okay. So you see how it's like, okay. So when it's hanging down, it's angled like this. You don't want that, because when it's like that, that's how the fish sees it. So when the fish is coming around, he's not going to want to bite into that, because that doesn't look like a real fish. What you want to do is get your knot. Here, let me move up here. So what you really want to do is get your knot. So you see my little knot right here? You want to pull it so it's perfectly straight. And then how it sits, oh, I didn't do that right. So then it's flat, like that. And then the fish will see it and it'll come and bite it. And another way, if it's like this, the fish will see it, and I don't know about the fish, but he might come and just eat it still, but then the hook won't get him. So this is like be able to get a nice little hook set on the fish. So yeah, that's one of the better tips I have. Okay, tip number 7. Tip number 7 is always take photos of your fish. Because if you get a fish and you don't take a photo of it, so yeah, you just take the fish, throw it back in, and that's the only fish you catch in that one day, then you go home and you show like your wife or friends, and you tell your wife, and you're like, oh hey, I caught a fish today, yeah. And your wife goes, let me see the photo, or your mom or your friends. And if you don't show them a photo, they won't believe you. So always take a photo. Because if you don't, your friends won't believe you, and that's no fun. So I caught a trout running on this. So, yep, small little rainbow trout, about 9 inches. So, yeah, that was pretty fun. Okay, let's move on. I'm probably going to come out with a vlog of me going fishing with my buddies, like, maybe next Monday. So, yeah, come join in for that. I'm probably going to go fishing that weekend and have fun out on the water and stay safe.